Hello friends and welcome to this video on authentic English, and in this video I'm going to discuss certain periodicals and magazines from the 18th and 19th century which I believe are quite important from the exam point of view. And before this, a series on important literary movements was going on. It's still not complete. More videos will come and I'll arrange everything in playlists so that you can find everything in order. So yeah, I'm going to release more videos on that, and then I'm going to go according to the centuries, so everything is going to be organized ultimately. And I'm going to take my own sweet time, as you know, because it's hard to focus on all of this together. But yes, let's begin with a look at some important uh, periodicals. So, the London Gazette was published in 1665. Here, you do not need to be concerned really much about what was the context, what was the matter that was published in all of these periodicals and magazines. What you need to be concerned with, however, is the year, because I have seen the question papers and I see that they ask you to arrange these magazines in the ascending or descending order of the publication. So you need to be aware of the years that they were published in. And some of the important magazines I have also mentioned a little about the context. So you can see the London Gazette, the Tatler, published in 1709, the Spectator, which was founded by Addison and Richard Steele, and the Gentleman's Magazine, 1731. So this list is by no means exhaustive. This is an account of important magazines, so it does not include all the magazines that was published during this period, because that list would be very long, and ideally nobody would be able to remember such a long list. So this is the list of magazines which I consider are important from the exam point of view, because these are literary magazines and there is a contribution of some important writers in this, as you shall see if you choose to research independently or look at the explanation given beside some of them. Samuel Johnson's first regular employment as a writer was with the Gentleman's Magazine, so this is why I put this in the list. The London Magazine, which was published in 1732. William Wordsworth, William S. Burroughs, Winston Churchill, and John Keats were part of this magazine. The first two installments of Thomas de Quincey's Confessions of an English Opium Eater appeared in this journal. Scottish Magazine, 1739. Then Monthly Review, 1749. Oliver Goldsmith was an early contributor. The Rambler was a magazine by Samuel Johnson, in which he published his works. So this was published in, as we see here, 1750. Now, after this, we have the Critical Review, in which Tobias Smollett contributed. And in fact, it was run by Tobias Smollett. Contributors included Samuel Johnson, David Hume, John Hunter, and it was one of the first. And then there is London Chronicle, which was published in 1756 too, and it was one of the first magazines to declare US independence. The Annual Register came after this. Then the Bee by Oliver Goldsmith, The Watchman, 1796 by S.T. Coleridge, Edinburgh Review, 1802, La Belle Assembly, 1806, The Examiner, 1808, founded by Leigh and John Hunt, and then Quarterly Review, which came out in 1809. So you can see that this list contains a lot of magazines. Then we have Blackwood's Magazine. So Blackwood's Magazine is associated with what we now know as the Cockney School of Poetry, and for all its conservative credentials, the magazine published the works of radicals of British Romanticism such as Shelley and Coleridge, as well as early feminist essays by American John Neal, American writer. And you can read more about this. Then there is Kaleidoscope, 1818, London Magazine, 1822, The Keepsake, 1827, The Athenaeum, 1828, and The Spectator, 1828. You can screenshot these titles, or you can make notes. You just have to remember like the publication years. Bentley's Miscellany, 1836, Ainsworth's Magazine, 1842, The Friend, The Observatory, Lucifer, The Idler, The Savoy. So these are only magazines that were published in the 18th and the 19th century. I will give you a separate list of magazines, important magazines from the 20th century as well. But that will come out a little later. After this, I'm going to make videos on the previous part of the series, which was important literary movements. So I hope that this video was helpful for you. I'm going to be coming up with more videos like this. So please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and share the video with all your classmates. Make this channel grow, and I'm going to make sure that I do work hard and provide you as much as I can. Thank you.